I'm over 60, don't love cooking, and still get over 100 grams of protein daily. Let me show you how, using only store-bought and no-cook options. I used to think that getting enough protein meant spending hours in the kitchen, dealing with raw meat, worrying about food safety, and cleaning up endless pots and pans. The whole thing felt overwhelming, especially when my energy wasn't what it used to be. But here's what I discovered, and this changed everything for me. You don't need to cook anything to fuel your body with all the protein it needs. Now, why am I so passionate about this? Because as we get older, protein becomes absolutely crucial for keeping our muscles strong, our bones healthy, and our energy levels steady throughout the day. I'm sure you've noticed how much harder it is to maintain muscle mass after 60. Maybe you've felt that weakness in your legs when climbing stairs, or noticed your grip isn't as strong as it used to be. That's not just aging, often a sign we're not getting enough protein to support our bodies. The good news? You can completely turn this around without ever touching a stove, oven, or even a microwave if you don't want to. I'm going to share my exact formula that gets me well over 100 grams of protein every single day. And honestly, it's become so much easier than I ever imagined. Let me start with something that might surprise you. Greek yogurt will become your new best friend. I'm not talking about those tiny little cups with more sugar than a candy bar. I mean the real deal, plain Greek yogurt that packs about 20 grams of protein in just one cup. Here's how I make it work for me every morning. I take a large bowl, scoop in a full cup of Greek yogurt, and then I add a handful of almonds or walnuts, whatever I have on hand. Those nuts give me another 6 to 8 grams of protein and make everything taste much better. But here's my secret weapon that most people don't know about. I sprinkle in a tablespoon of chia seeds. You can find these at almost any grocery store now, usually in the health food section. They don't taste like much, kind of nutty and mild, but they add another 3 to 4 grams of protein. Like that, my breakfast alone gives me nearly 30 grams of protein, and I haven't turned on a single appliance. Now, let's talk about something that's probably already in your refrigerator: cottage cheese. I know some people think cottage cheese is bland or boring, but let me tell you, it's one of the most powerful protein sources you can buy. A cup gives you about 25 grams of protein, more than most people get in their breakfast. And the beauty of cottage cheese is how versatile it is. Here's what I do that makes it absolutely delicious. I take a bowl of cottage cheese and add some sliced peaches. You can use the canned ones, no judgment here, and sprinkle in some sunflower seeds. The sweetness of the peaches balances out the tangy cottage cheese, and those sunflower seeds add a nice crunch, plus a few more grams of protein. It's like having dessert for breakfast, except it's actually fueling your body with exactly what it needs. Or sometimes I'll go the savory route. I'll take that same cottage cheese, add some cherry tomatoes, a drizzle of olive oil, and a pinch of salt and pepper. It's like a protein-packed salad that fills you up and keeps you satisfied for hours. The best part? You can prepare it the night before and grab it from the fridge in the morning. But here's where it gets exciting, which completely changed my thoughts about getting protein throughout the day. You don't have to rely on just 1 or 2 big protein sources. Incredible options are hiding in plain sight at your grocery store, which most people walk right past. Now let me share something that will make your mornings easier: protein bars and protein powder. I know, some of you might think these sound too processed or complicated, but hear me out. Today's protein bars are nothing like those chalky, artificial-tasting things from years ago. Look for ones with low sugar content, and you'll find options that taste like real food while giving you 15 to 20 grams of protein. Here's how I use them strategically. Sometimes I'll have a protein bar with a piece of fruit for breakfast when I'm in a hurry. It's 20 grams of protein that I can eat on the go, and paired with an apple or banana, It keeps me satisfied until lunch. Or I'll break up a protein bar and sprinkle it on top of Greek yogurt for extra texture and flavor. It's like adding granola, but with the way more protein. As for protein powder, this is where things get exciting. You can make a protein smoothie without fancy equipment. Just a simple shaker bottle or even a jar with a tight lid. I take a scoop of protein powder, add some almond milk, throw in a banana and a spoonful of peanut butter, shake it up, and have a 30-gram protein breakfast that tastes like a milkshake. The banana makes it sweet and creamy, the peanut butter adds richness, and you're getting protein that your muscles can use. But here's something that might surprise you. Cheese is one of the most underrated protein sources out there. I'm not talking about processed cheese slices, but real cheese like low-fat string cheese, cheese cubes, or even just a chunk of good cheddar. String cheese gives you about 7 grams of protein per stick, and it's so convenient. I keep them in my refrigerator for quick snacks, or I'll pair them with some almonds for a 14-gram protein boost between meals. Low-fat cheese cubes with whole grain crackers make for a satisfying snack with about 14 grams of protein. It's like having a little cheese and crackers party that's good for your muscles. The combination of protein and complex carbs keeps your energy steady and feels indulgent, even though it's incredibly healthy. Now let me tell you about something that's been a real game changer for me: plant-based milks with added protein. You can find soy or pea protein milk with 8 to 10 grams of protein per cup. I use this in my cereal, smoothies, or sometimes drink a glass with a snack. It's such an easy way to add protein to things you're already doing. Here's what I want you to understand about all of this. Getting 100 grams of protein daily without cooking isn't just possible. It's pretty simple once you know what to look for. Let me give you a typical day showing exactly how easy this can be. I might start my morning with Greek yogurt, chia seeds, and almonds. That's 30 grams right there. I'll have a tuna pouch stuffed in an avocado with some crackers for lunch, another 30 grams. Maybe some cottage cheese with fruit, 25 grams as an afternoon snack. And for dinner, I'll take some rotisserie chicken and put it on a chickpea salad. That easily gives me another 35 grams. Like that, I'm at 120 grams of protein and never turned on a single appliance. The beautiful thing about this approach is that it's not rigid or complicated. Mix and match these options based on what you like, what's on sale at the store, or what you have in your refrigerator. Some days you might rely more on Greek yogurt and eggs. Other days you might go with more tuna and cottage cheese. The key is having these options available, always to reach your protein goals. What I love most about eating this way is how much better I feel. My energy is more stable throughout the day. I'm not getting those afternoon crashes, and I feel stronger during my daily activities. Climbing stairs doesn't leave me winded anymore, and I can carry my groceries without feeling exhausted. Remember, taking care of your body doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. With these simple, no-cook protein sources, you're giving your muscles exactly what they need to stay strong and healthy. You're worth the effort, and your future self will thank you for every gram of protein you're getting today. Start with just 1 or 2 of these ideas, see how they work for you. And before you know it, you'll have your system for staying strong and energized. No cooking required. Now let me tell you something that will make your lunch preparation much easier: hard-boiled eggs. I used to think making hard-boiled eggs was this complicated process. But here's the thing. You can buy them already made at almost every grocery store. They come peeled, they're perfectly cooked, and they keep in your refrigerator for days. Each egg gives you about 6 grams of high-quality protein, and when you pair 2 of them with a piece of string cheese, you've got yourself a 14-gram protein snack that takes 0 preparation. But here's what I love most about hard-boiled eggs. They're so portable and satisfying. Sometimes I'll mash up 2 eggs with some hummus and spread it on whole grain toast. The hummus adds another 4 to 5 grams of protein, making everything creamy and flavorful. Or I'll slice them up and put them on a salad. It's like having your own personal protein boost that you can add to anything. Speaking of hummus, this is another one of those game-changing discoveries that I wish I'd made years earlier. Most people think of hummus as just a dip for vegetables, but it's actually a protein powerhouse. A quarter cup of hummus gives you about 5 grams of protein, and when you use it as a spread in wraps or with crackers, you're getting sustained energy that keeps you full between meals. Here's one of my favorite no-cook lunches that takes maybe 3 minutes to put together. I take a whole wheat wrap, spread a generous layer of hummus across it, add some sliced turkey from the deli counter. That's another 20 grams of protein right there. Throw in some baby carrots for crunch, and roll it up. Just like that, I have a 28-gram protein lunch that's fresh, satisfying, and requires absolutely no cooking whatsoever. Let's talk about something that might surprise you: canned tuna and salmon. I know what you're thinking, because I used to think the same thing. Canned fish sounds boring, maybe even a little unappetizing. But today's canned fish is nothing like what you might remember from years ago. They come in pouches now that are much more convenient, and the quality is outstanding. A single pouch of tuna gives you about 20 grams of protein, and here's my favorite way to use it. I take that pouch of tuna, mix it with olive oil and some lemon juice, no mayo needed, though you can certainly add it if you want, and stuff it into half an avocado. The creamy avocado pairs perfectly with the tuna, and you've got yourself a 30-gram protein dinner that feels like you're eating at a fancy restaurant. Or sometimes I'll take canned salmon and flake it over a bag of pre-washed mixed greens. Add a drizzle of olive oil, maybe some cherry tomatoes, and you have a 35-gram protein meal that's packed with healthy fats and takes maybe 5 minutes to assemble. The salmon has this rich, satisfying flavor that makes you forget you're eating something that came from a can. But here's what really excites me about this whole approach, and this is something that took me a while to figure out. You can actually build entire meals around rotisserie chicken from your grocery store. Every grocery store sells them. They're already perfectly cooked, and they're incredibly affordable for the amount of protein you get. A 3-ounce serving gives you about 25 grams of protein. You can use that chicken in many different ways throughout the week. Sometimes I'll shred some rotisserie chicken and mix it with cottage cheese and diced tomatoes. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly satisfying and gives you about 35 grams of protein. Other times, I'll add chunks of it to a salad, or use it to make chicken salad with a little Greek yogurt instead of mayo. The possibilities are endless, and you get restaurant-quality protein without work.